Today's video is going to be an inside look at how I look for my products for the Amazon Influencer Program. So things here in the UK are changing rapidly. We're in spring and we're heading into summer now. And a lot of the products that are selling are changing. I'm definitely seeing a trend now away from, winter items like heaters, electric blankets, more into things like gardening equipment and spring items and holiday things like luggage and travel accessories. So it is now time for me to jump on the computer and do a bit more research and find some products to actually buy, review, and then sell those products as well to recoup some of my money back. So it's a process that I use, and I can book the different trends throughout the year by doing this process. It's kind of a cost-effective way to buy a product, get a review for it. I could often use that video on Amazon, I could use it on TikTok, I can use it on YouTube. I can make money from several different sources with that video, but then I can actually sell that product after I finish reviewing it to recoup often 50, 60, maybe even 70% of the cost back. So that means I have all those videos out there making money for just a tiny fraction of the cost. So I thought, why don't I bring you along with me? I'm going to quickly find a few products. I only need around 4 or 5 to order today for filming later on this week. So come along with me, let's jump on the computer now. All the tools that I use, I'll link in the description if you want to check those out. One of them's free, one of them's a inexpensive tool, but it is a paid tool. Feel free, you can do this process without them, absolutely. It just speeds the process up a bit. So let's jump on the computer now. Okay, so let's have a look for some of these summary items. So the first thing I typed in was bubble machine, because we actually want to buy a present for a friend of ours, and she wants a little bubble blowing machine, something for a young child to use out in the garden in summer. So you can see here, these green boxes and yellow boxes, this is Sortio X, this is the tool that I use. And it doesn't have a ton of features on it, but it is a great product research tool. Many of the other tools out there have lots of different things like creator connections, applications. This doesn't. It is basically just really designed for finding profitable products. So I won't go through this. I have some videos in detail. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. But basically we are looking for a product that, number one, has very few Amazon influencer videos on it. Number two, is selling in quantity. And number three, it has a reasonable rating, so you're not going to get a lot of returns. Sortio does have this color scoring here, green, red and yellow. Obviously red being bad, yellow being average, green being good. I don't often go with these scores because they can be a little bit misleading sometimes. You can see here, this is giving it a score of 93, so you might think, great, I'll buy that. It's giving it a score of 93 because, number one, it has an upper and a lower carousel, which is the most important. Number two, it is selling. That is very important, but it already has 5 influencers on this product. So you're not going to make your money back very quickly with that. You're going to be fighting a lot of competition. Now, if I just open this up, I can show you using the profit calculator, which is a free tool. And you can see down here, it says at £4.95, selling 20,000 units, you will make your money back in around 9 days. And then every month you should make around $16 profit. Now, I believe that is if you get one of these upper carousels. You would have to be in the number 1 or number 2 spot to actually make that sort of return on your money. If you're at the bottom of this carousel or not even showing, then you're not going to make that money. So that's a brief overview of how Sortio X works. I basically scan my eyes down the page once it's loaded, and I'm scanning looking for this here, influencer videos, and I want 0 or 1 or 2 at the most. So you can see here, there's one here that has 0 Amazon influencer videos, but it only has a lower carousel. If that had an upper carousel and 0 influencer videos, that would be a gold mine, but it doesn't. So let's just keep scanning. So I'm looking, like I say, my eyes are scanning up and down the page, but I'm mainly looking at this here, look, 0 influencers. But again, that's just got a lower carousel. Sometimes I still do go for those. I mean, it's selling 100,000 and it's got 0 competition. People will still find your video in the lower carousel, so that's possibly one to go for. But I'm going to look for a more certain T by looking for something that's got an upper carousel and very little competition. So here's one. I've spotted this straight away. Video carousel, it has an upper and a lower. Only 2 people are going after this video, and it does 60,000 sales a month, and that is in winter. We're only coming into summer, so don't forget that average will go up. It'll probably go to around 100,000 a month. So here's a great item. Although it has only got a 3.7% rating, so I possibly would look at why that is. If it's a piece of crap, you know, you're not going to make money because you're going to get lots and lots of returns. So you can see the break-even calculator is saying $14.99, sells 4,000 a month, 2% commission rate. We're going to break even in a month. And then this is going to give us, on average, like $14 a month profit. Again, that's if we get this upper carousel, which is here. And there's a 6-second video with that position, so I'm pretty sure we're going to get that upper carousel. So I'm actually going to add that into my cart, and I'll keep that for later. So another category I've just found here, outdoor throws and pillows. So as summer's coming, we want to get our pillows back outside on our seating area. We bring them in for winter so they don't get wet and dirty, but we want to look for some new covers. So this is a category maybe a lot of the trendy Amazon influencers might not go for, so it might be one that's very profitable. Again, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for influencer videos 0, and I'm looking for video carousel to have an upper and sales. So in fact, this one's pretty good. Look, there's only 1 person going for this. Going to make $1 every time one of these sells. 600 sold per month at the moment, so that's a possibility. Let's just see if we can find anything with a few more sales. Here's another one, 1,000 sales, only 1 Amazon influencer on that. That is pretty good, but I found a better one. Look at this one, 0 Amazon influencers. Yay, let's just open this up. Okay, so we see 4.7 rating, very good. You're not going to get many returns. It's selling over 1,000 a month. And if we open the videos, you can see there's just the manufacturer's videos on here. So there is 0 competition. So that is one that I would add to cart. Definitely 0 competition on that. You're going to do very well. Although it is a summer item, don't forget, so it might only peak for a couple of months. You're certainly not going to get sales for 6 months of the year, not in the UK, unless you live in California or somewhere. Let's have a look for another one. Just let Sortio X open up. So again, I'm scrolling through and I'm looking again for upper carousels, and we've found another one. You see how easy it is with Sortio X? This is a perfect one to do. I've also found another one, this one here. It only sells 100, but again, 0 influencers on this. So just here, there's 2 products that we could do. Let's scroll down. A lower carousel. There's another one. Upper carousel, 4.5 rating. 11,000 selling, 4% commission, score of 58. I think that score's wrong. I would rate that a bit higher if I'm being honest. I think that's a really good one. In fact, let's just open that up. And you can see there in the top corner, good rating, upper carousel, no competition, 4%, and it's selling now, and it's climbing up the rankings as well. So it's number 72 at the moment, but with a good rating and a good selling score, I think that is going to climb even higher. Now, one thing you can do is use this little tool in the top corner. Click that, and we can now adjust this. So it will search through the products. You can see there, it's searching through all these products, and it's finding some of the items in this category. Now, we can filter this. We can say, I want a maximum of only 1 competition in the carousels, and you can also put a sales revenue in there, or you can just click this arrow at the top and you can order it, put it into order of rankings. So you can see here that's the highest selling pillar, but it's only got a lower carousel. The next one, 30,000 sales, again only a lower, but the next one, 25,000 sales, upper and a lower carousel, only 1 competition. That's definitely worth a shot. Also the next one, 14,000 a month, upper carousel, 0 competition. So you can see Sortio X has found us here 1, 2, 3. I'd look at that one, 4. I'd look at that one, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now the sales are dropping off a bit. So I would say there's 8 products in there that certainly you can look at.
So I hope that's helped you out. If you're interested in any of the tools, like say the actual calculator in the bottom corner is free. I'll leave a link to that, and Sort Your X is in the description. It is an affiliate link. I will make a commission if you use it, but I'll leave you a discount code as well. You get, I think it's 10% off your first month, or $10 off your first month. A little bit of something to get you started. So thanks for joining me. Like this video if you found it helpful, and please subscribe to the channel.